Over there in the distance is Palermo's own Rock of Gibraltar, and to the peak of Monte Pellegrino right over there is where I'm going to hike to today. It was described by Goethe in his 1775 novel Travels to Italy as one of the best promontories in the entire world. Well, guess what? I guess there's only one way to find out. So, according to my research, in order to get up there should be a couple of different roads. One is the new road with like nice asphalt and stuff, and that's also the road where the bus takes you along if you want to go there by bus. But there's also the old road, which I might possibly take now. Both of them are accessible to pedestrians and to hikers like me. But truth is, I just gotta see what I can find. Scusi, posso andare su per di qua? C'è il frontiere, ok. Hai l'acqua per caso?
No, quella, guarda, la vende la signora, dove c'è il
camion, sì, per dopo, per il ritorno.
Vende acqua, gazzosa, mattina, quello che vuoi,
perfetto.
mangiare, tutto quello
perfetto.
che
Perfetto. A dopo allora, ciao. Well, that sign wasn't much encouraging. It was saying something about possible risk of human lives. And if you think about it, deep down, mine is a human life. This old road here, you can see built in Roman style, with the small rocks like this, paved in this way, with no asphalt, but paved in this manner. I also see over there in the distance other hikers who today decided to undertake the same path as me. I haven't even gone up that much yet, but you can already see the Sea of Sicily, the Tyrrhenian Sea, and the docks over there, and the other range of hills overlooking the city of Palermo. And you see here, the vegetation, the landscape is definitely unlike any other landscape that you can find in the rest of Italy, especially the north of Italy. You can see some cactuses here, which you don't see very often, of course, but especially there, overlooking over these trees, you find this hill-like landscape. I wonder what the fauna must be like. I read there are many boars that I hope not to find any today. Wow, I can already feel my ears popping due to the altitude. I would kill for some water right now. Wait, I do have some water. It's just that I gotta save my provisions. But I'm so freakish tired already. I don't know about you guys, but walking this road, this path on my own, it just makes me feel like I'm one of those great explorers trying to climb all the way to the peak of Mount Everest, and more often than not failing in doing so. And you know that failing in climbing those mountains, those peaks, most of the time results in death, certain death. And that's how you have people like dead bodies who are still stuck there, because it's too dangerous for rescuers to take dead bodies down the mountain. It's not even worth it. So you see like these figures of dead explorers standing like this, frozen to death, of course. And it's kind of crazy that the explorers that come thereafter, they sort of utilize these marks left by dead bodies. So they basically tell you, yeah, when you see a dead body with green boots, that's when you know you gotta turn left, for example. And I do find that fascinating. I hope the same is not going to happen to me, of course. Well, now what do we have here? Yeah, so this is basically Saint Rosalia, which is the saint figure, basically the religious figure, basically protecting the whole mountain. And this is just a small memorial where religious people and believers can come here and have their prayer in honor of Saint Rosalia. But at the very peak, which is where I'm trying to get to now, is where the full-on monastery dedicated to Santa Rosalia is located. So I'm looking forward to that. From here you can see basically the whole city of Palermo. You see the docks over there, you see the GNV ship, the ferry which just came this morning from Sardinia, all the way from there. I wonder what this abandoned building is. I always find it fascinating. See these buildings that were built in areas like that but then left to rot for some reason. The crickets here, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're starting to get really loud. Okay, so here I got to the point where the old road intersects the new road right here, but it does continue down there, whereas I can continue down the old road here. You see another memorial over here. Yes, it is Itinerarium Rosalia. So this is basically Latin, and of course itinerarium is the Latin for itinerary, whereas Rosalia with that diphthong AE, it's pronounced E in ancient Latin. Yeah, that's basically the genitive. Yeah, it basically says itinerary of Rosalia, or Rosalie, whatever you want to call her. So this is definitely the right path. I have to say, I'm actually liking it so much. I like the nature. I like how it's filled with cactuses over here. Now it starts getting a bit confusing because we see the sign again here, but it has two arrows. So it says PA, which I guess it could be Palermo. AG, it could be Agrigento, which is another city in Sicily. But I can't possibly find any sense as to why it should be indicated like that for no reason. Agrigento is like 200 kilometers away from Palermo, from this place. So I wonder what's up with that. But I see the old road continuing, so that's what I'll do too, continue down this road. Oh, Boże moi, I have to say, this is looking to be way more tiring than I was expecting, man. I consider myself to be reasonably fit. I'm not overweight or anything. I do work out. I don't smoke. I don't drink, or rather I rarely drink, but I never drink sugar. But man, the heat, the fact that I already ran out of water, and the fact that I wasn't expecting this to be this long, it's making this hike really almost unbearable. I don't know how much is left, because I can see what I think is the castle over there, but I'm not even sure that is the right one as the monastery. So now there's this paved road with asphalt, and I guess I'll just follow it because there was a street sign pointing this way for the castle, whereas over there, I guess that's the absolute peak where the antennas are. Let's see, man, I would kill for some water right now. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, this down here is where I started. So those were, you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but in black and white, all the tight turns that I did at the very beginning, and then I continued down that road. So I can't quite make out where I am, but I can see where the sanctuary is. It looks like it's still a long way. Whereas the castle, there's the castle, which looks like to be shorter. I don't know what I should do, if I should continue down to the castle or going all the way to the sanctuary. The thing is, I can't make out where the sanctuary is. in case I don't make it to the top, which is very likely at this point, I guess this view will do. The sea is hidden behind those trees, whereas you can actually see the castle from there. I'm basically at the same altitude, so I guess could have gone there instead of going all the way to the sanctuary. Whereas here you get a clear view of all the buildings inhabiting Palermo. Reminds me of Barcelona maybe. Now I know it's foggy due to the humidity, but over there you can see the single runway of the secondary airport of Palermo, which is closed to commercial flights. It's open just to GA, general aviation, but it's still nevertheless quite cool to see it from there, right over there. And now the thing that pisses me off, sorry for the colorful language, is, so I know that I'm on the right path, but it wouldn't be a bad thing if they had like some sort of number signaling how many kilometers or meters are left. That would be really helpful. I did double check on Google Maps, and it says that I'm basically halfway through to the sanctuary. But as I don't do very much often in my life, I'm giving up. I'm going back, so instead of going all the way to the sanctuary, I'm going to the castle, which I think is closer, and you can get a nice view of Palermo from there as well. It's basically, so I need to go back a little bit. I don't think there's anything resembling something where I could find some water. I see the boars are having fun from time to time. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh Jesus, please don't tell me that's true. Why is it closed off? What even is this? It's a castle and they do some research here. Why? Why is it closed? Let's see what it says. Is there no like bell that I can ring or anything? Man, talk about disappointing. Wow, I can't possibly go all the way there. I see the antennas over there, which make for the like highest peak. I still can't see the sanctuary, but at this point I'm dead tired. I just feel like I want to give up. If I only had some more water. Should I continue all the way to the sanctuary? Man, at this point, because the thing is, I hate the fact that I came all the way here, but then I would hate it if I was to go back right away. So I think I might actually try. Why not? Guys, I'm changing my mind officially. I'm giving up. I reckon that it's a skill on its own, recognizing when you hit a certain limit, and I do feel like I've hit that limit. To be fair, I'm quite satisfied anyway with the hike, because I hiked for a couple of hours and I reached a decent altitude. The problem is, of course, I didn't mention that I'm reasonably fit, but I'm not an experienced hiker or anything. I just enjoy going on hikes like this. And to be fair, my original plan was, again, to go to the castle over there, which we saw. It was closed, but at the same time, or rather, I did reach sort of the same altitude on this side of the mountain, of the peak. So I reckon it's a shame that I wasn't able to get all the way to the sanctuary. But man, cut me some slack. I feel like if I did have more water with me, if I was able to find a fountain or a water tap or something of that sort, I would have been able to get to the top, because physically, or rather my legs are fine. Breath-wise, I'm not running out of breath. The problem is mainly the water. The fact like that I do need liquids. I gotta resort to licking my shirt so I can get some sweat. I can lick off the sweat and get some liquid back in this way. Just like I reckon that's the very last step before I resort to drinking my pee, right? But I definitely don't want to do that. I'll see you when I'm down there, okay? That's where I was. Right over there. This is not the tallest peak. The tallest peak is behind, and the tallest peak is basically where I wasn't able to get to. But anyway, I just had a couple of gallons of water that I bought from the shop right at the entrance. And yeah, I guess I will have to wrap this up. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to the very top, but as I said, I reckon you have to realize what your limits are, and those were mine. So it's alright. It was still a really fun afternoon. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon, or rather this trip along Monte Pellegrino on the Sicilian coast here with me. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, especially if you did, I kindly ask you to at least consider the idea of subscribing and please giving me one of these. I will see you in the next one if you do. So yeah, crikey, bye.